Hello everyone. In this video we will be talking about white label ATMs. White label ATMs are basically ATMs which are established by non-banking entities, non-bank entities, and these are established for the purpose of creating financial inclusion. There are certain criteria which have to be followed by them, which includes first and foremost we will be talking about general criteria which has to be followed. So let's put a heading: general criteria to be followed. So the first thing that these non-banking companies or non-banking entities have to be um, uh, fulfilling is that authorized non-banking entity should have a freedom to choose the location of a white label ATM. So they should be having the freedom to to choose the location of the white label ATM. Now this is because however while doing it, it has to meet the annual targets of the ratio of white label ATMs. They have to meet the ratios of white label ATMs, which have to be established in tier 1 and 2 and tier 3 and 4 level cities. So all of these things have to be maintained. Now these ratios of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 are is declared by the Reserve Bank of India. Then only the cards issued by banks would be permitted to be used at white label ATMs. Okay, cards issued by banks would only be permitted. So no other card which is issued by any other entity is permitted in white label ATM. Acceptance of deposit at white label ATM, white label site into account of a white label operator or any other account is indicated by it shall not be permitted. Okay, acceptance of deposits by a white label ATM operator is not permitted. Okay, it is not permitted to accept deposits. Then white label operator would be permitted to earn extra revenue through advertising. Okay, he can earn permitted to earn extra revenue through ads. Then the next condition that has to be satisfied is that being a non-bank owned ATM, the guidelines for free 5 transactions in a month for using other bank ATM would not be applicable. The charges of transactions through the white label ATMs should be displayed before the customer actually initiates the transaction. So no condition of free of charge transactions is there. It has to be noted that the charges per transaction has to be displayed before a transaction is undertaken by a customer. सो कस्टमर ट्रांजेक्शन करे उससे पहले उसे बता देना है कि इतने चार्जेस लगेंगे उस पर्टिकुलर ट्रांजेक्शन के ऊपर. देन वाइट लेबल ऑपरेटर इज वाइट लेबल ATM ऑपरेटर वुड नॉट बी एंटाइटल्ड टू एनी अदर फी from the issuer bank other than interchange fees. Okay, he is eligible to only acquire interchange fees, can only acquire interchange fees. Okay, they are also not permitted to charge any fees from the customers. Not permitted to charge any fees from the customer. So customer के पास से कोई भी फीस वसूल नहीं करनी है. And regulatory guidelines, the 7th condition, regulatory guidelines related to transactions, related to failed transactions would apply. And the 10th condition, regular general guidelines for ATM operations would be applicable to white label ATM as well. ओके, यहाँ पे कोई रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस कोई अलग नहीं है. सो दिस हैज़ टू बी केप्ट इन माइंड दैट वाइल अ वाइट लेबल ATM इज टू बी रन, nothing changes for them except for the fact that they are established by a non-banking entity, and the conditions or the pre-transactions, pre-5 transaction at other ATMs are also not allowed in this case. That is the only major difference between the normal ATM and a white label ATM. Then the roles and responsibilities of we would be talking about the roles and responsibilities of various stakeholders in the upcoming videos. Thank you everyone.